Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Yuma Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay, and I'm so glad you could join me for my daily practice. You know, it's the middle of the holiday season. We're in it, and it's an opportunity for us to see all those people we don't normally see all year long. And some of those people have the ability to push our buttons. I know it's probably just me, but I think that all these holiday gatherings oftentimes bring things up for us. You know, all those Christmas letters you get with people explaining all the wonderful things they've done and had and places they've been. You know, you go to the gatherings and you hear people put their best foot forward with stories that they think are going to impress. So the word that came up for me this week that I think that all of us should take a look at is the word humble. And the meaning of the word humble is a modest or low view of one's own importance. I'm going to start with a quote by Elizabeth Ann Seton. The gate of heaven is very low, and only the humble can enter it. I don't know about you, but I'd never heard that said before. You know, I think that this season is an opportunity for us to remember who and what we are, to be the calm in the storm. Our beloved founder, Ernest Holmes, told us to stop trying, to stop struggling, to begin to be calm, to trust in the higher powers of life, even though we do not see them, they are there. I think if we're trusting in the higher powers of life as we go through this holiday season, if we are the calm in the storm, then we are truly humble. This morning, our reading is from 5 Minutes in the Morning, and it's entitled, The Wisdom to Be Humble. Humility is not, in most cases, a natural human trait. Most of us are more than willing to take a generous view of our own accomplishments. We're tempted to say, look how wonderful I am, hoping the world will agree with our own self-appraisal. But God honors humility, and He rewards those who humbly serve Him. When we acquire the wisdom to be humble, we bring enlightenment to the world and blessings to ourselves. If we can't overcome the tendency to overestimate our own achievements, God still has some important lessons to teach us. Lessons about wisdom, the power, and the ability and beauty of humility. Wow. So as we align to ourselves this morning, the truth of who we are, let's be the calm in the storm as we go through the holiday season. Let's be the one who walks in carrying the light, blessing the many, and uplifting all. To do that this morning, I'd like you to affirm with me, I trust in the higher powers of life. Now let's go into meditation. Gently close your eyes and get really comfortable wherever you are. Just roll your neck. Just really notice how good it feels to just let go. All that stuff that's been playing in your mind is just noise. Let it go. Drop deep into your heart as we align to the truth of who we are. Oh, it feels so good. Drop down into your heart. That place aglow with the spark of the divine. Allow it to surround you. Allow that light to fill you, to bless you, to guide you. To know that the powers of the universe are with you and that you can use them. To know that during this holiday season, you are the calm in the storm. Right here, right now, we have stepped into high consciousness. That place where we prepare our minds for the best that life has to offer. That place where we align to the truth of who we are. Where we sit in the silence and let the still small voice within speak. As we sit in the silence, I invite you to affirm with me, I trust in the higher powers of life. Stop struggling. Stop trying. Begin to be calm. To trust in the higher powers of life. Even though you do not see them, they are there. Affirm with me, I trust in the higher powers of life. Stop trying. Stop struggling. Begin to be calm. To trust in the higher powers of life. Even though you do not see them, they are there. Today, I trust in the higher powers of life. As we sit in the silence, I remind you, when we acquire the wisdom to be humble, We bring enlightenment to the world and blessings to ourselves. I trust in the higher powers of life. Stop trying. Stop struggling. Begin to be calm. To trust in the higher powers of life. Even though you do not see them, they are there. I trust in the higher powers of life. Stop trying, stop struggling. Begin to be calm. To trust in the higher powers of life. Even though you do not see them, they are there. And again, I remind you, when we acquire the wisdom to be humble, we bring enlightenment to the world and blessings to ourselves. I trust in the higher powers of life. And so I call you back into this time, this space, this room. And I thank you for trusting in the higher powers of life. I thank you for starting your day with a daily spiritual practice. And for having the awareness that when we acquire the wisdom to be humble, we bring enlightenment to the world and blessings to ourselves. So this holiday season, as we walk out in the world, let's be the calm in the storm. Let's come from a place of being humble. I'm so grateful for each of you and your bright light shining. I thank you for joining me this morning. I'm Reverend Rebecca here at the Yuma Center for Spiritual Living. I send you much love and many blessings. And I will see you next Wednesday for some points to ponder. Thanks for joining me this morning. Have a great day.